Good afternoon, everyone. We'll be reading from our usual book, Strength for the Day, and our lesson today is entitled Being Christian. Be kind and compassionate to one another. Ephesians 4, verse 32. I love to travel. You never know what adventures await. Once I was returning from Kanyakumari, India, to Delhi, where I was to board a bus to Jaipur. I reached Delhi and the following morning got onto the bus bound for Jaipur. The weather had been warm and the bus was not as comfortable as I had hoped. Seated opposite me were a mother and her son. The mother was busy on her mobile phone and the son was left to entertain himself. He tried to get his mother's attention, but sadly, it seemed the mobile phone was more tempting than the company of her 10-year-old son. The bus was moving at a tremendous speed, and I must say, the bus driver was driving somewhat recklessly. Many times I felt my heart skip a beat. The sudden jerks caused by his slamming the brakes were enough to make anyone dizzy. It proved to be too much for the boy, and he threw up. Oh mercy, you can imagine the smell. The other passengers made faces, changed seats, and so on. To my surprise, the mother too started to scold the poor child. I knew she felt embarrassed. I saw the dilemma she was in. I wondered how to be of help to this mother and her child. Fortunately, I had lots of newspapers with me that I had used to wrap some breakable items. Unwrapping them meant risking them being broken, but I felt clearing the mess was more important. I spread the newspaper on the mess, and it did help. The people came back to their seats. Some offered paper wrappings if they had any. One old lady blessed me and placed her hand on my head. The bus finally reached its destination, and I disembarked. The woman who I had helped was waiting for me outside the bus, and she asked me, "Are you a Christian?" I was not entirely sure why she wanted to know, but it had taught me an important lesson. Christians ought to be different. People should be able to tell we are Christians by the way we love and treat others. Since then, I have always tried to be kind and helpful. Dear Father, help me to always be kind and compassionate to my fellow beings. Rita Gill. I hope that you have been strengthened for the day and you have been encouraged. Let's remember that as Christians, we need to let our lights shine, and we can't be like everyone else. We have to be the difference that we want to see. We have to let people see Jesus within us. So, I want to encourage you all to let your light shine so that others can know and see that there is a God to be served. Again, being Christian, it's not just about going to church, but it's showing kindness, love, mercy, and grace to others who you come in contact with. Thank you for listening, and tune in again for readings from Strength for the Day. Thank you, and